Welcome to day 2 of International Nature Journaling Week. Today we're talking about sharing. This event itself was built on the idea that we could come together as a global community who have a shared passion and interest in nature journaling. We're here this week to share insights, inspiration, and information and connect with others from across the world. This community has so much to share. We can share our joy, our discoveries, our excitement at seeing something surprising in nature. We can share data we've collected with a citizen science organization to help add to the collective understanding of the natural world. We can share nature and creativity with our children to help them understand the beauty of this planet. And we can share a moment of exchange with a bee or a flower, an owl or a ladybird.
Hi, I'm Dion Dior and I'm here in the beautiful rainforest of southeast Queensland. I wanted to have a chat to you in this International Nature Journaling Week about nature journaling and citizen science. Now, some of you may have heard of citizen science, and it's an organisation that runs a myriad of citizen science research projects, both virtual and in the field, for regular people like you and I to get involved with and make a contribution to the science community. When I'm on citizen science projects, I'm always nature journaling. I take my nature journaling with me everywhere, in the field or just around and about. And as much as possible, I try and put purpose into my own nature journaling, which hopefully can contribute to the citizen science database in iNaturalist. There are programs all over the world ranging from things like backyards for biodiversity, national bird counts, bugs and butterflies, as well as health and well-being of our beautiful waterways. Kookaburras are chiming in. They do some great work, and it's a great way to put more purpose and meaning into your own nature journaling practice. So get online, citizenscience.org or backyardforbiodiversity.org, and see if there are projects that may interest you where you can nature journal and contribute your knowledge and understanding to the broader scientific community.
Hi everyone, my name is Billy Jo Reed. I live in a small town northwest of Toronto in Ontario, Canada. Back in February, a friend of mine and I started our own little nature journaling club. We started out with monthly themes and then got together to share our journal entries. Sharing nature journaling entries is the most amazing way to sort of get inspired for new ideas, new ways of doing things, and most importantly, to really wonder together and share all those awesome things that you sort of found out with your phenomenon. March in Southern Ontario is maple syrup season. So the two of us decided to nature journal the process of making maple syrup from tree to bottle. The two of us have been doing this for over 10 years. We came back together and it was absolutely amazing to see, not only in design, but in the concept of just how different our two journal entries were and the things that we decided to add to the things that we decided to omit from our process. We discussed this for well over an hour and it was absolutely amazing. So imagine if we had have done this with something that we had never done before. I highly encourage you this week to head outside with your nature journal, find a friend, wonder together, and of course, do a lot of nature nerding.
Dat is weer een andere. Ja. Dat is een mooie. Heel veel verschillende. Kijk eens of je er mee heeft gedaan. Kijk, wie wil dat je naar het verschil? Jullie kunnen iets nog goed weg. Ja, dan gaan we daar naast de muur. Hoe vaak knap en jullie hebben alles weer aan. Knap meisje.
Nee! Jadi kan
Wat wij meestal doen, voordat we dus een eten luisteren, dat we een luistermoment. Een luistermoment. Waarvoor we de week.
Kijk eens!
Oh ja, wat is dit? Over de kant.
Hi, my name is Ibea Moore. We might have already met before today, but if we haven't, then I'm happy to be meeting you for the first time. I lead an online gathering group for nature journalers called Pencil Miles and Chill. While the original intent was to keep each other company while drawing and journaling, putting in the pencil miles, as Jack Laws calls it, it has quickly become a way to maintain our community during the isolation of COVID. Being a nature journaler can come with challenges. How do I cope with feeling self-conscious about not making pretty pictures? We know nature journaling isn't necessarily about pretty pictures, but I still feel uncomfortable. I don't have the vocabulary words to describe this plant I saw. What were the botanists thinking? I know next to nothing about birds, but I saw a really cool bird today and I want to talk about it. How are you getting out of the house and going nature journaling while still feeling safe? And while it's raining? We talk about all of this and more, and our only rule at Pencil Miles and Chill is to be kind to each other. Part of what makes this nature journaling community so wonderful is our diversity. You don't have to be a master scientist or a professional artist to join. And you don't have to have all the answers, even if you do have an art or a science background. All you need is curiosity and a desire to fall more deeply in love with nature, and a healthy dose of kindness for others and for yourself.
Take some time today to think about ways that you can share and exchange with someone in this community or with nature itself. Feel that connection. You're part of this interconnected web of life.